Who is SYZYGYX? SYZYGYX is me, and I am Luna, and SYZYGYX is my synth-based project based in Washington, D.C. I have been making music under SYZYGYX since 2018. Sorry. And what is SYZYGYX? How would I describe it? It's just me making sounds on synthesizers, and I didn't really knew that I could make music until I started SYZYGYX. So I love to sit and experiment and play with sounds and see what they can do and give them shape or whatever. So I don't know. I guess, it's a music project. It's something creative that I love to do, and I am really grateful that everyone else likes it. So I don't know if this is interesting at all, but I went to film school. I've always loved film. I always whenever I walk around or drive in my car listening to music or whatever, I always think of everything as a movie. So film has always been a big influence. I started making music because I wanted to make music that would be inspiring for a film that I would make or whatever, which is funny because I'm not really doing anything with filmmaking, but film is a super big influence in my music. The 80s, or the 90s, just older decades too. I mean, there's a lot of really cool music now, but just that super cool 80s vibey mood, whatever. But yeah, I don't know if that's surprising, but that, yeah, I will say film for sure. So this is probably not very healthy, or for me to say, or maybe I'll feel like a bad influence, but I don't really have rituals for before or after a show. I know that before a show, sorry, that's my cat. I know that before a show, I drink whiskey. I'm a whiskey girl. And I know that I have to have a shot just to, calm the nerves if I'm nervous. Lately, I just don't think about the stage at all because I know that would make me nervous. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I just, listen to music, think about the music. Once I'm on stage, I'm having so much fun because everyone else is having fun with me. And I think that's what matters the most. And then after shows, I just love to come back home and watch The Office all day and do nothing. Maybe order some pizza and hang out, I'm sort of antisocial right after, but yeah. Something that I do to relax, other than, hanging out with my cat and Corey, who is my partner, who you will also see on stage because he tours with me. Even though I produce solo, he is on tour with me all the time. So I love him so much. Anyways, it's weird because what I do to relax is what I do for my day job. I paint stuff for a store. So I doodle a lot and I paint, and I'm kind of left alone in the art room, which is in the basement. So I'm always listening to music, and I'm by myself 8 hours a day just painting or doodling something, and it's just so relaxing, especially coming back from tour. That helps a lot. So I'm really lucky to have two jobs, I guess, that kind of go together, and I'm super social and around people and having so much fun when I'm on tour or when I go to shows. And then I have this day job that is super relaxing, and I'm by myself all the time. They're so different, but it helps. So yeah, that's what I do. So for my show and tell, I brought this because it's the only way. There you go. Look. This is my baby. That's him. That's my son, who I love, who, if you shake a bag of treats, if you have pets, you understand, he will come running. But that's my baby, who I'm really heartbroken to leave every time I leave. But you know what? One day they're gonna invent texting for pets, and I will get him a phone and he will be able to talk to me. I am hoping that happens before we're both dead. My latest release was Immortal, or I'm Mortal. It doesn't matter how people call the album. It's supposed to go both ways. It's a really important one for me. I released it, I worked on it during the pandemic. So during the pandemic, I didn't realize how stressed and depressed I was about like my music career until like when things reopened and I realized that I like really missed playing shows. And it was also my first album that I released with SYZYGYX being a solo project. For older SYZYGYX fans, they probably know that SYZYGYX started as a duo with someone else. And so, you know, I always worked a lot in older music. So I wasn't really that nervous. I was just, you know, I guess nervous to see if people would like it still. Even though older SYZYGYX music has a lot of my sound also. But, you know, it went really well. I'm really grateful to have super awesome fans of my music. I don't know why people like my music. I have no idea, but thank you so much. And that album actually feels a little old right now because I'm already working in so much more, you know, and even better music that I like even better because now I'm not as distressed, I guess. I don't know. I'm also starting a new side project, but that's something I would talk about later. Anyways, yeah. I found them staring across the room. Oh my god, I'm super excited for Absolution Fest. I was supposed to play it in 2020, but then of course, you know, we all know what happened, so I'm super excited that it's finally happening. I'm really excited to share the stage with such talented musicians. I'm a fan of all the bands on the bill, and I'm really grateful that I'm getting to play it. So I can't wait, you know. Corey's also very excited, and it's just awesome. It's finally happening. You can find me online on Instagram. It's SYZYGYX_music. Facebook, SYZYGYX music or SYZYGYX. I'm terrible at Facebook. I am also terrible at Twitter. I don't think I've used it in... Isn't Twitter down? I don't know. See, yeah, it's like I live under a cave. I have no idea. But on there too, maybe one day I'll use it. I tried TikTok and I'm like a dinosaur. I will try again. Sorry. All streaming platforms. I'm on everything. Spotify, Apple Music. Anyways, I don't know if you've been listening to my cat purring in the background. He's very happy because he got some treats. Thank you so much for listening to my blabber and can't wait to see ya. Bye.